Skyzone.Society.
Hey, yo, what's going on? Talk my people in the sports world. It's your favorite sports podcast. But if you don't know the name, let me put you on game. It's the Zone Sports Podcast, baby. You know what I mean? On one half of your host, your boy Big V. Here with my guy, my other half of the host of the show. Let them know who you be, my G.
Yo, it's your boy COOL. On a day like today, I'm definitely wondering what the hell. It's your boy Corey. Don't worry, we ain't telling the same old story. Yo, it's your boy Coosey. Hell, I feel like a floozy today, Big V. I don't know what's going on. Yo, and for those out there in YouTube land, we got the sign out for you out back. It's your boy Corey Big Vito. Do I dare ask what the hell is going on today?
Man, listen, it's a lot going on in the sports world, man. Yes. I mean, things just popping off right before we come on the show. All kind of stuff going on, man. Listen, but before we get into all that, let me let the people know who we sponsored by. We sponsored by my brand, Skyzone.Society. Make sure you shopping at Skyzone.Society.bigcartel.com. Yeah. Man, listen. Oh, man. Corey, you know, for the people that don't know, tonight is the NFL draft.
Yes.
We are shooting this on April the 27th. You know what I'm saying? Thursday night, Thursday evening. The draft is here in probably about another 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, man. And you know, right when everybody's getting excited about the draft, here come the Ravens trying to steal all the excitement and glory from the draft. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you don't know, because I know a lot of y'all probably just getting off work, or if you're watching this, you're probably just waking up or whatever you're doing because it's the next day. Listen, the Ravens and Lamar Jackson have closed a deal, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it. How about that? You heard it right. They have finally closed in on the deal, making Lamar Jackson the highest paid player. Oh, I know you thought it was your boy Jalen Hurts. Not the Ravens said, not so fast, my friend.
Yeah.
They just gave your boy today, a few minutes ago, a few hours ago, gave your boy Lamar Jackson $260 million deal with $185 million guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? They finally came together and closed the deal. He's not going to my Colts that hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm happy for Lamar, Corey. I gotta say. Yeah. Corey, I'm gonna be honest. I'm happy for Lamar. I'm glad this got done. It's been a long time coming. Pause for this to happen for Lamar. I know the Ravens are happy that they're not letting this great QB walk out the door and come to my Indianapolis Colts. I don't know if that was going to happen. I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying?
He was going to go somewhere.
He had to. You know what I mean? He was going to go somewhere. But I'm definitely happy for him for him to get his money, Corey. Well deserved. Beat out Jalen Hurts for the highest paid player in NFL history. You know what I mean? A lot of details from what I've seen so far haven't came out about how the deal is structured. Pretty sure that'll probably be out sometime tomorrow or sometime this week. But nonetheless, we are here to salute a black quarterback getting that bag. Salute to him. Salute to his mom, who I heard that is his like kind of acting agent or whatever. Yeah. Man, salute to everybody on the Lamar Jackson's team, whether it be 1, 2, or 1,000 people, man. I'm glad that you and the Ravens can come to some kind of agreement, get this thing done, Corey. What are your thoughts, man?
I didn't think it was going to happen. I really I got a few I guess feelings about it, I guess. For one, yes, I am glad to see black quarterbacks getting paid. Baltimore isn't my squad. Matter of fact, we owe them for them kicking our hind parts in the Super Bowl a few years ago. So I don't really care about Baltimore's salary cap issues. Or that they may or may not have. So yes, get paid unless you're with the 49ers. Then we got to look at like numbers and stuff like capologists and stuff like that. But all jokes aside, man, I know it's 5 years and the 185 guarantee.
Yeah.
I told my wife the minute that she walked through the door, I just literally pointed at the ESPN ticker at the bottom, like, yeah, it's in red. Anytime it's in red, she comes like to a moth to a flame towards it or whatever. Just, you know, and of course, everything that always jumps out is like the total contract, which 260. He will never see 260. I'm sorry, that just is.
No.
And like you said, I know you said earlier we don't know the details. You're 100% correct. We don't know the details of what it would take to get that 260. But then again, Big V, it probably doesn't really matter because he's not going to get the 260. Now, I'm surprised he took the deal. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we knew that, well, let me clarify that. I don't think we knew. I think we heard that he wanted the Deshaun Watson 230. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to tell you how my wife just told me a few minutes ago. Somebody's lying. Because where did we get this info of that he wanted 260? Could have been from Baltimore. The whole pomp and circumstance, the posturing and whatnot. But then, because Lamar Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, I don't recall him ever stating that. I know over time, I came to my assumption of that's what he wanted. No one shot down that he indeed wanted the 230 Deshaun Watson contract. No, but that never got shot down. So it could have been a little bit on Lamar Jackson too, and maybe it could have just been proper timing. I don't, like my wife said, I don't really find it hard to believe that it happened on today, where the first round of the draft is getting ready to kick off. You got a whole bunch of things that's kind of lining up. Maybe Lamar said that market for that 230, maybe it ain't out there. So let me ease up. Maybe Baltimore was telling the truth the whole time. We have no idea. But here's why I say I'm surprised, Big V. So obviously we know Deshaun got the 230. That's not, again, that's not happening. But Kyler Murray, from a guarantee standpoint, he's up to 230, but he has 189.5 million guaranteed. Kyler Murray does. And so I am surprised if what was said was true with the ego getting all involved, that, you know what? Okay, fine. The Deshaun Watson was an anomaly. Let's kind of just move that off to the side.
Okay.
You mean to tell me that Kyler Murray is getting more guaranteed in the totality of this contract than I am? Now, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Go ahead, BB.
I was saying Kyler's so trash. I'm be honest with you.
I mean,
Come on,
he is.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Like,
189 for Kyler.
Big V, we talked about this before in a few podcasts ago, where it's like, you see that fine chick, and this is years ago, a long time ago. Me and Big V are both happily married to our respective wives, okay? We're talking about a long time ago. You see that fine girl. But then you find out she's dating that guy. Like, oh. You? And on one end, it's like, Dad, man, she's either pulling a pity party where she's just in a given mood, or, you know what? If that guy could get with that, I know I could at least shoot my shot legitimately. So bringing that back to Lamar, you just said it. I co-signed with Kyler Murray. I'm so glad that he's in the NFC West, because the 49ers are going to pound him like a porn star from 1978 with Vanessa Del Rio. Okay, good. Cardinals, keep that up. Good job on the extension. It's great. It's wonderful. But if I'm Lamar Jackson with my ego, Big V, if I'm Lamar Jackson with my ego, okay, again, Deshaun, that was a mistake by a trash franchise as the Cleveland Browns. But now, hold on. Time out. I tell you what, Kyler Murray is at 189.5. You do me at 190, we got a deal. Just off of sheer ego. Big V, because that ain't the guy that gonna be able to look at me and be like, oh, I make more guaranteed money than you.
And I suck.
Go ahead. I mean, so that's why I say I'm surprised with that. Because we all got egos. I'm just, the Jalen Hurts, man, I give you that.
Yeah.
Because Jalen Hurts, like again, ego don't really belong in this, but you can't help it. Jalen Hurts, to me, and probably to you and everyone else, he just really seems like a likable guy. Like, he's such a guy. You've seen the struggles with him with Alabama and then Oklahoma, I believe, where he transferred out of. You kind of seen the maturation of that. He's a guy to root for. Where it's like Kyler Murray, even though he might not be this way, but in the sports standpoint, it almost seems like he's a trust fund baby. Oh, well, I don't know if I'm gonna go to the NFL. I might play for my Oakland Athletics, whatever. Oh, okay, now you know what? I'll go ahead and play football. Oh, you get this contract. Oh, but I like to play video games. There's nothing wrong with video games. We both like to play video games, but we can't let it get in the way of our business and this, that, and the third. And let me get this straight. The guy who has a clause in his contract to study said playbook is making $5 million more than I'm making big. That's what I'm coming at with it. That's all I'm saying. Bottom line is this: I'm glad they got the deal done. But boy, man, listen. Let me look into the camera when I do this right here. If I'm Lamar Jackson, and that since it's either him and or his mom, if not both, I'm looking at the owners, I.C. Newsom or whoever is running it, and I'm looking at them cats like, we need that 190, bro. Hey. I don't care how you restructure that extra $5 million because that can't be the guy. Those are my thoughts, man. I'm glad it's done. But that's the guy.
Bro, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know Kyler Murray bum ass was making that much money. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even know that. And you're right.
Yeah.
If
it's the ego, Big V.
Now that you say that, it's really it's the stats too. He stink. You stink, dog. Compared to me, if Lamar Jackson, dog, you stink. No, I'm running up in the building. They better give me, bro, 190. You better give me that 200 guarantee. And you know what, bro? Now that I'm thinking about it, now that you said that, bro, he kind of settled.
And maybe he had to. I don't know. I don't like.
I'm gonna say he had to.
Still so much we don't know. We don't know what the offers, if there was other offers from other teams for that amount. So I don't know.
That's fair.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing. I'm just saying that I believe in a deal like this that done strung on for so long.
Yes.
I just don't think $5 million either way would have just been that's it. I just don't think so. But that's the ego in me talking. That's how I am, though, Big V. I'm petty. I can't help it. That guy?
Yeah. I'm with you. Kyler Murray, definitely Kyler Murray can't be making more than me if I'm Lamar Jackson. No fucking way at all. No, sorry.
You can argue that Lamar's incentives up to 260 is more than Kyler Murray's, which is at 230. But like I said, I don't count neither one of those. They will never see that money because I'm quite sure half of it got like some type of injury clause, or if not an injury clause, kind of similar to Aaron Rodgers, where you got to be on the field for X amount of snaps, X amount of games, and roster bonuses, playoffs, Super Bowls, and all. You won't never see all.
Yeah, some unbelievable bullshit that they put in there that is structured for you to not get it. You got to be fucking Superman to get that shit. We know how this. We know how this shit go.
And I love how sports organizations, real quick, has evolved, because I remember this was back in the day when Michael Vick, he had a $100 million contract, which was big money from a sports standpoint at that time. And, he came out, he's like, oh, no, that's not guaranteed. Like, I'm just 60, 50 or 60. And so, but ESPN used to report it. They never used to report the guarantee. Now, if you notice now, Big V, a lot of times when they do these reports, especially in the NFL, they make sure to throw that guaranteed in parentheses. So I'm glad that they are doing that.
True. And other NFL news, Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets. Then, now let's switching gears to the NBA. You know what I mean? If you have been watching the playoffs, you know what I mean? The NBA playoffs, that is. Yeah. It has been great. It has been fucking phenomenal, Corey.
It is.
Corey, I want to take this time out, though, real quick. First and foremost, man, let me shout out you for you being in that Deathrow East tee. I see you over there. You know what I mean? Let me shine some light on my guy, Deathrow East. You know what I mean? Shout out to the guy Nas. Shout out to the homies.
Shout out. Hold on. Let me show you the back too. Let me see you
okay.
Get the back right there. Got that logo in the back. I don't know how good it can see. Back of my head, but I ain't trying to show my ass on the camera too much. Pause. So, but yeah,
that's fire. I like that, man.
eBay for $15.
Ooh, I like that, man. Shout out to you on that Deathrow East tee. I see you feeling, you on your Nas Suge type vibe, you know what I mean? No doubt, Shout out to Esco and Jungle,
Word up.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But I want to switch gears and jump into some playoff basketball because it's been phenomenal. Our Lakers are doing okay, surprisingly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But and the Greek Freak is out of the playoffs.
Wow.
Got the boot by playoff Jimmy and the Miami Heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pause. You know. Um, but yeah, man. I want to talk about somebody that's been getting a lot of flack. You know, been getting a bad rep, deservedly so.
Yeah.
A lot of it is self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Corey, everybody out there, listening to the Zone Sports Podcast, I got to take this time out to talk about Draymond Green, Corey. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
Corey? Just allow me to get this ISO real
Go
quick,
for it, brother.
Corey. It is rumors out there that after this season, the Warriors, as we know them to be, may be split up.
Yeah.
Of course, we know they're not going to get rid of Steph. Clay isn't going anywhere, but there's rumors that Draymond may be going somewhere. Corey, I'm here to tell you that would be the dumbest shit that the Warriors. And I want to be clear. I respect the Warriors and everything. I respect the fact that they've built a dynasty and things of that nature. Beyond a dynasty, pardon me. They got 4 chips over there. You know what I mean? Yeah. That would be the dumbest shit they could ever do, Corey. Let me tell y'all, man. Draymond Green is the glue to this team. Steph, of course, is the superstar and all that, but let me tell you, man. If they think that 1 second that Draymond can't go out here and get a bag, you got to be shitting me, Corey. Let me tell you, man. I don't think a lot of people understand that Draymond fills up the stat sheet in almost every category. Corey, he's gonna get he fills up the stat sheet in points. He gives you rebounds. He gives you steals. He gives you blocks. He even gives the stuff that don't even land on the stat sheet, like diving for loose balls.
Yeah.
Pause. Corey.
Yeah. Well, that shit's so funny to me. Word up. I'll be careful when you dive for the loose, Big V. I'll be careful with that.
What?
My bad, bro. That one just took me there. I don't know why. It just did. All right, I'm gonna stay focused, man. My bad, Big V. My bad.
Nah, man, you good. But my point is, Draymond, regardless of whether you like him or not, he brings the grit to this team. And not only that, Corey, he brings something that a lot of players can't bring. And that's filling up almost every statistical category on the sheet. Corey, I want to remind people, Draymond is like a point center. He just had, like, last night when they played the Kings, Corey, he had like 3 or 4 steals.
Yeah. Yeah.
It ain't too many point centers around the league that are filling up the stat sheet in every category. Draymond be having a smooth triple-double, Corey, almost every night. He may give you 10, 10, and 10.
Yeah.
He's a point center, Corey. And I know people say, "Oh, well, that ain't much." No, yo, shut up.
Yeah. That's
you
the
go out there
of your squad.
Talk about it, Corey. You go out there and give me 10 points, 10 rebounds, and possibly 10 assists as a point center, Corey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Corey, sometimes I look up, Draymond is leading the break with the ball. It ain't Steph. It ain't Jordan. It ain't Jordan Poole. It's Draymond. Corey, I'm gonna be real. Draymond's passing ability is underrated. It's underrated.
I agree with that.
Underrated, Corey.
I agree with you on that.
I'm telling you, it is underrated. And I'm telling y'all now, mark my words right now. If the Warriors don't pick up that contract from Draymond and dump the bag on him, it is teams out there chomping at the bit, salivating, and would love to have right now today a 4-time, possibly 5-time champion in their ball club. I just want to paint a picture for you real quick. Can you imagine the Sacramento Kings with the likes of a Draymond Green on that squad?
Oh gosh.
I just want to play some devil's advocate real quick. Can you imagine right now today
Ooh.
the Miami Heat with a Draymond Green down there with Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler and
Yeah.
Tyler Hero? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And the teams out there that is willing to dump. I'll even say the Suns. And
Yeah.
the teams out there, Corey, just imagine him on the Clippers for a second. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It is teams out there that's willing to dump a bag on him, Corey. And by the way, shout out to Ime Midoku. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Oh, Ime Udoka, yeah.
Just got hired by the Rockets, Corey.
Yeah.
Corey, hey, Houston ain't got no state tax. I mean, Texas ain't got no state taxes from what I hear, Corey. Draymond Rich. Hey, I'm just saying, it's teams out there that's going to be out there and willing to dump a bag if the Warriors don't act right, Corey. What are your thoughts, man?
My thoughts are, for the longest, we've been hearing that, like, Draymond wouldn't really be the Draymond if he was on another team. And unfortunately, we don't really have a way of knowing yet or whatnot. So I'm looking at his salary for this year. So he's going to be an unrestricted free agent.
Unrestricted free agent too, Corey.
So right now, this year, he's getting about $27.5 million this year. So I think whether he stays a Golden State Warrior or not is going to depend on clearly the organization and him. Mm-hmm. Now he's going to be 34 next year. But it makes you wonder, like, okay, when does that cliff of his defensive paralysis starts to go down? Because I thought it went down, but then every time I think it goes down, it's like he goes back to being that Draymond Green of like 4, 5, 6 years ago. And it's almost like he knows when to turn it on. The next thing is going to be, is he going to be worth, I'm not going to say the trouble, but is he going to be, because word is that he is great in the locker room, minus the Jordan Poole incident or whatnot. You know, I think the thing that teams and or Golden State is going to have to look for is, one, do Steph Curry want him to leave? That's going to be, I don't care what nobody say. Yeah. If Steph says, I want him here, they will figure out a way to make it work. Because that's clearly the reason why he is still in Golden State and not somewhere else. And even though I know I criticized in my What the Hell segment last week about, like, you know, Steph Curry not really saying too much outright about him lately, even though he has as a few days ago, you know, is something about Curry that's kind of able to tame him. Tame is not really the word I want. It's kind of just, you don't really keep him in check, but it's kind of like he ain't gonna mess with Clay or Steph. So let's just say if he goes somewhere else, who is going to be the guy, right? So, like, for example, if he teams up with our Lakers, I think it'll be perfectly fine. Because you got the leadership of LeBron, who he respects. You got the leadership, somewhat leadership of Anthony Davis that he respects. So you kind of got one or two people in place. I don't feel like Draymond Green needs to be the guy, at least in the locker room, where it's just, oh, can't nobody tell me what to do. I got my 4 chips. This, that, and the third. He needs an equal. He needs a peer up in that locker room. I am not handing my locker room over to that guy in a sense of what just happened with Jordan Poole. Now, on paper, theoretically, like with the Sacramento Kings, I think that would be good from a X's and O's and like on paper. But then again, the locker room. Do you see De'Aaron Fox telling Draymond Green to, hey man, take it easy? Like you're like, nah, dude, I got my 4 ships to your 1. Excuse me.
But, you know, he could go in there and maybe be,
it's possible,
the vocal leader that De'Aaron Fox may need.
Yeah,
he may can put that. He may can make that team a little bit tougher.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, with his leadership and experience.
Yeah,
he made it. The roles could be reversed.
It is possible, and I think it's going to also depend too on we talk about him getting suspended in 2016 for hitting LeBron in the no man land zone or whatever. And some argue it cost him a championship. We won't never know. And while I still feel like that's true, well, you can also argue that he got 4 other ones, right? Like you got some teams who don't even have that in our lifetime. So, to me, is it worth the shot? Yes. Now, at what cost? Golden State, to me, is going to determine that, because I don't think he wants to leave Golden State. I just personally don't.
Yep.
Because if he would have left already, because there's already been like rumors of that, like, and that him and Steve Kerr don't get along, that got picked up on a mic'd up a few years ago, or whatever. So, I do think that it's a tiresome deal, kind of like, it's cool, but that candle burn on both ends instead of burning on one end. How long can you handle it? And what is it for? And where do you get to go with getting Draymond Green? Now, all of that being said, you are 100% correct. Everything cannot be measured on a stat sheet. You can't just be lazy and just be like, oh, this, that, and the third. Oh, but since we are talking about stats, let's talk about stats from last night. Okay, with Mr. Green here.
Let's talk about it.
32 minutes, 8 out of 10 in field goals. My God, when did he start back shooting? He had
21 points.
21 points. He hit a 3-pointer,
Mm-hmm.
4 defensive rebounds,
Mm-hmm.
7 assists, 4 steals, 1 block. Now, he did have 3 turnovers. He represented a plus 20, a plus 13 while he's on the court. Big V, that means something.
And by the way, he came off the bench with that. By the way,
willing to come off the bench, because I remember listening to NBA radio the other day, and I thought it was wholeheartedly Steve Kerr's idea. And I get it. Trying to bench a star, that could be real, especially Draymond Green. That's like like Suge Knight telling Tupac Shakur, you know what, man? Now this ain't gonna be your song. You're gonna hop on a quick 16 and we're gonna get into the Lady of Rage. You're gonna be like, wait, what?
Wait, yeah.
No, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
And so, but Draymond Green, when he was out, his words was that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, Steve Kerr made it sound like it was all his idea. And look, maybe it could be Draymond Green trying to save face, where he's saying, hey, well, I came to Steve Kerr and say, hey, I want to come off the bench. I don't know too many people with that ego who'll be like, yo, no, I need to come off the bench. I don't know. That part really don't matter. The fact of the matter is that he came off the bench. He came off the bench last night too, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying. He came off the bench and did all that. Twice in this series, twice.
And he wears his emotions on his sleeve, so he would have said something. Bottom line, whoever idea it was, whether it was Draymond, whether it was Steve Kerr, he came off the bench, and it takes a lot for a future Hall of Famer to be like, I'm coming off the bench. Allen Iverson didn't want to come off the bench at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo Anthony didn't want to come off the bench. The word bench and bench woman, it has such a negative stigmatism, where it's just like, no, I ain't coming off no bench no matter what. You're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's able to do that does kind of let you know that he's able to be worked with. And I think that counts for something. I think it's just going to come down to cold, hard cash, man. I really do.
We're going to see.
Yeah.
I think they need to lock him up, because if not, it's teams that will. Let's keep it NBA, man. Let's keep it in the playoffs, man. Let's switch real quick to the Lakers, man. Let's talk about our Lakers, Corey.
Yeah.
We lost the other night.
Yeah.
For the ladies and gentlemen who haven't been keeping up, the series is now 3-2 against the Memphis Grizzlies. The Lakers are up at this point and are headed back to LA for a game 6. Corey, let me ask you, man. You think that the Lakers can close this out in game 6 and get this over with?
Yes. Yes, I do. And the reason I had an odd feeling before the game even started last night. You're coming off a 1-day rest, where in the past you normally had like 2 or 3 days in between. So I already knew that was going to be challenging, being that we're an older team, even though we got younger at the trade deadline. I just had an odd feeling like we haven't had like a on-off day in a minute. And to be quite frank, we're inconsistent. We've been inconsistent in these playoffs, just as a whole. But boy, when we are on, we are on. And also, take a little bit of solace in the fact that we got drugged. Like, I mean, we got drugged last night. We got drugged all up and down the court and still managed to get within 5 points at one point in time. And I'm not saying
I actually managed to get within one.
Oh, was it in one? Okay, my bad. Got within one. And so that was with us having an off night. You know, I just think that we got enough to beat them. And we're going, our next game is going to be in LA. And I just think it's going to be something, because here's what also I think hurts, not making excuses, not complaining, just explaining. Memphis is a Western Conference team in name only. Okay, anybody who knows their geography knows that Tennessee is right beside North Carolina. So in other words, whenever the Lakers, and because it's a 2-3-1-1-1 schedule format. So basically, the Lakers are on a plane for 4 hours, flying from LA all the way down to Memphis. And then now they're flying all the way back to LA. Whereas if there was a true Western team, it may only be, they're probably in the plane for maybe an hour tops. That stuff matters. It does. The different time zones matter. It does. Yeah. It does. I traveled to the West Coast a few times in my life. Yes. It matters. It really does. And so that's why I think once we get back home, you know, not getting on no plane, we kind of just getting our burns. I ain't gonna say we're gonna smoke them, but I do like our chances against them coming up. I just do. I ain't gonna say I'm not concerned, because I also my last point was that closeout games, for whatever reasons, are tough. I don't know. I think it's just a mental aspect of it. It's like, well, if I don't get them tonight, we'll get them tomorrow. But you still got to be careful, because ankles could get twisted. Look at Anthony Davis, where he fell on his tailbone or his hip. Maybe got a hip corner going on. So you don't want to dick around too much and say, oh, we'll get them next time. We'll get them next time, because you mess around and you look at other teams that's done got bounced with that philosophy, it doesn't work too well. But I'm okay. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. I think it's more of a formality. I wish they could have done it last night, because we could have had more of a rest before round 2. But I tell you what, Big V.
Pause.
Yeah. going up against Sacramento or Golden State, we need all the rest we get, big dog. We gonna need it.
I agree, man. We played like shit at the end of the fourth quarter last night. I felt like we should have just went on ahead and benched Anthony Davis and LeBron and just and prepped them for the next game. I don't know why they were in there that long. They were in there damn near within 5 to 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. Man,
I would have took them out at like the 6 or 7 minute mark, because
that's it.
Just jacking up threes at this
point. That's it. That's all.
Basket. If we don't got it, the shots ain't falling, we'll play another game.
And you know, I think they'll close it out in LA. I hope so. And go ahead and finish the guys off in 6 games, and let's move on, because we need our rest. We old as hell. You know what I mean? Not really old as in, you know, the literal sense, but basketball sense, we kind of old. I need AD to step it the fuck up, man. AD, I need you to come out there this game and be the guy. I need you to come out. This last game, you came out and you came out high. I like that. I need you to bring that same energy in game 6. You know what I mean? Like, don't come out there looking to defer. Don't come out there on your soft shit. Come out there balling, dog. We know. Come out there like you in the Pelicans uniform. That's the AD I need, dog. I need Pelicans AD.
That drives me crazy with them, man. That's the inconsistency that drives me crazy.
Yeah. But you know what? Consistent was right, because he's consistently inconsistent when he want to be pissed off. I need you to be pissed off going to game 6, dog. You came out pissed off on game 5. I could tell it.
Yeah.
I could tell it. I want that same energy game 6, AD. AD, I love you. We love you, man. Do what you do. Come on, bro. I need you to ball. I need you balling how you was balling with DeMarcus Cousins and them. You know what I mean? Yeah. I need that AD. You know what I mean? We need that. Bring that game 6. Matter of fact, bring it the whole fucking playoffs, and we can go to the finals again. Come on. If we got that AD, we can win.
Because Anthony Davis is so cold, bro. Like, I just don't really truly know if he knows how good he can be. Injuries aside, like, to me, like, even like the last game, oh yeah, he got 31 points. Like, look, I'm not gonna hold you on that. 19, people like, he had a good game, it's just how much of that are garbage points and how much of that, like, I'm trying my best to be grateful because it ain't like we got to have them, but I'm kind of getting on my Shaq stuff a little bit, Big V, where it's like, oh, that's good. It's like, I remember back in the day where Joel Embiid, he was happy he got 25 and Shaq was just stoic like, man,
Yeah.
you could have had 35.
Yep.
And he's right.
He's right.
Because Anthony Davis, and I know he hates to play the 5. I get it. With all the injuries, I probably wouldn't want to play the 5 no more either, but I am a computer geek. I am not a 12-foot ball player. I'm not, but Big V, when that guy go in the paint or get near it, he is an automatic mismatch. He should be banging up there with the likes of Giannis, with the likes of Joel Embiid, like those.
The thing is, he is, though. He just has to do it every game. He does. When he goes against those guys, he shows his ass, Corey. He does.
Yeah, he does.
He does. He shows his ass. And I go out on a limb, too, and say it. Corey, the boy better than 8. The boy better than KD. He better than KD. He can do it. To me, personally.
It could be.
Bro.
He could be. Like,
outside of the
conversation.
Outside of the 5. The Pelicans AD, give me that AD over KD all day long. Oh God, give me that. Give me the Pelicans AD over KD all day long. Sorry, I'm telling you, he was on a whole other strategy.
But he is that good, though. He's that good. That's not a stretch.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not a stretch. I know people might hear this. Oh, I don't know about that. I know. Trust me, I know the AD who was with the Pelicans was definitely better than Durant. I put the house on it.
But I tell you what, I mean, from a consistency standpoint, I got to roll with KD though. But your point is duly noted.
Hey,
your point is duly noted though. That's right though. That's how great Anthony Davis can be. Yes. You're 100% right.
Dog, he was 7 feet bringing up the ball with the Pelicans, pulling up from 30. You shitting me right now? Come on. DeMarcus Cousins was throwing him alleys. That was throwing each other alleys. It was ridiculous between them two.
Yeah, it was.
Come on. Woo. Come on, man. His play was the reason why we wanted him on the Lakers. I just want to remind everybody. Want to remind everybody. That's it and that's all. Matter of fact, you want to change the game up, let AD run the point. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Man.
Now, let's be 100% clear. Man. We wouldn't have gotten that ship 2020 without that guy.
No, and we need that same intensity.
We need the bubble.
We need that. We need bubble AD.
Come back.
Come on, man. You know what I mean? Yes, sir, man. Yo, man, shout out to everybody be listening to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're watching the shorts, the whole thing on YouTube, catching the clips on IG, social media, your Twitter, whatever. We appreciate y'all, man. You know what I mean? We're going to keep it popping how we do, man. We're going to see y'all next week. That's our show for the day. You know what I mean? We're going to get in here and catch some of this draft, probably some of this NBA. You know what I'm saying? Corey, I appreciate you. Matter of fact, I got to go pick up a new Star Wars game tonight. You know what I mean? Jedi Survivor come out 9 p.m. GameStop. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be there. You know what I mean? But until the next time, you know how we end this thing, man. Y'all know what to do, right?
Hey. West side. East.